What's good, guys? Welcome back to the 17th episode of the Miami Dolphins franchise. Today we have a huge game versus New England, which I believe is probably for the division. And if we actually go right into the playoff picture, it might be for the first seed. As you can see, they're the 5th seed, we're the 1 seed. But we actually have the bye right now, and because we're leading our division, we're leading the AFC East. But the Patriots are right behind us at 12-4. I'll move my face cam so I can show you. We're 13-3, they're 12-4, and then if they win, we'll have the same record. So I think that might be for the bye, for the first seed, and for the division. So it's a very, very important game. Tua versus Mac, a rivalry that will be there for a little bit now, as that was Tua's backup, Mac Jones, and then now he's in the NFL, obviously on the division rival Patriots, so this is going to be a big rivalry. By the way, if you didn't see last video, please go check it out. It's where I kind of rant about all the problems that are in Madden. So if you want to know my opinion on the game of Madden, go check out last video, and that's where you can see kind of where I think the game is at and where I think I want stuff to go and how I want it to improve. So if you want to see that, again, check out last video. Then like I say every time, if you want to watch the whole series from episode 1 till episode 17 now, you can just click on the card above me or just click on my channel, click on playlist, and you can watch the whole series there. Now, onto the game again. We aren't going to be negotiating with anyone, I don't think. Actually, let's go through it really quickly right now because I think I'm good again. Wilkins will be taken care of. Mostert, I do kind of want to get a deal done with just because he's been so good. But the thing is, I don't want to pay him too much. I'm thinking more along the lines of a 3-year deal. And let's lower the signing bonus and then let's raise the salary just to bring this back up, as we'll go to $15 million, and let's see if he accepts that for just about $4 million, but not that much salary. And he is staying with the team, which is great to see. So Raheem Mostert has re-signed. Morris I don't want to do. I don't want to do Van Ginkel. And Butler I don't want to do at the moment just because it's a good chunk of money when we just draft somebody to replace him. And he hasn't had an effect like a Zach Sealer where it's like I need to bring him back. And then that's kind of the same case for most of these guys back here. JC Treader is a guy who I actually am set on bringing back. So I'm actually going to give him a 5-year deal, bring him up to 35 years old. Let's lower the signing bonus a little bit. And let's bring this salary up to 53.6, as that should do it. And hopefully he accepts that for 7.6 million. And JC Treader is back as well. So we have our center for the next little while. And Salvon Ahmed needs a new contract as well. And he's asking for a lot of money to be a 4th running back. So I'm actually going to hold off on Salvon Ahmed for now. But there are a couple things to do. Let's go into these upgrades as we have a couple upgrades from last week. And Tua Tagovailoa has another upgrade, which is huge. And so does Alec Ingold. Alec Ingold will just do utility, so he stays a scheme fit and his overall just gets higher. So he gets a bunch of upgrades. +1 awareness, +1 break tackle, +2 catching, +1 run block, +1 short round, +2 trucking. So a great upgrade there for the fullback. And obviously, you know what we're doing with Tua Tagovailoa. We're going to do strong arm to get that arm just a little bit stronger, as he does get +1 awareness, +1 throw accuracy mid, and +2 throw under pressure. So not too bad there, as improviser goes up as well. And he's playing at an 80 overall, but +4 with morale because he has been balling this year, other than the interceptions, which I always make sure to mention. But yeah, not too bad here. Let's get into weekly strategy. I really want to outduel Mac Jones. I want Tua to have the better game. I want to defend Mac Jones. Let's just defend the short pass because clearly what he does as well. But I want to beat Mac Jones, and I want it to be Tua doing it. I want Tua to show why he was a starter, like why he was chosen over him. I want him to show why he was a starter over Mac Jones. So we're going to throw 2 touchdown passes. We'll do don't allow a pass TD because we don't want to let Mac Jones get going. We're going to do... let's do pass for 275+ yards. I want Tua to have a big day today. And let's try and shut out New England. I know it's a hefty goal, but we might as well try just to see what can happen. And I just remember this actually. I really hope that they don't have anyone who's just too tired to play. That would be very annoying, as now we are good to go practice-wise on the defense and no injuries. But while we go through the injuries now, I'll show you the offense as well. So hopefully there's no injuries on offense. I hope that there isn't any fatigue issues with the Patriots. There might be, because Derrick Henry didn't play basically all of last game until my Wi-Fi cut out and then I had to restart the game, which made him eligible to come back in. But I really hope that they fix that, and hopefully no one on New England just doesn't play the game, because that'd be really annoying. Because again, I want to play their full health team. As Sony Michel does get an upgrade, we're actually going to do power back just to make him a little bit more of a power guy, because that's where we use him. So he gets +2 break tackle, +1 carrying, and +1 trucking. And that is it for upgrades. So now we are at home at Hard Rock Stadium, a 1 o'clock game against Mac Jones and the New England Patriots. Kicking off to Mac Jones and the Patriots, they will obviously start with the ball. We are wearing the throwback jerseys, the alternate classic, as they say in the game, but basically our turquoise throwbacks, which again are a beautiful jersey. I think our whites throwbacks are a tad better, but they're just both beautiful jerseys. As we'll see Mac Jones stats coming onto the field. Let's see what he has done this year for the New England Patriots as he is starting the game. 37 touchdowns, only 10 picks, 4,200 yards, as he is having an incredible year for the New England Patriots. That's a very, very good year. So let's see if Tua can come in and out-battle him. As you see, Devontae Parker there, the former Dolphin, just got traded to them in this offseason. Let's see what we can do, man. Let's try and stop Mac Jones. And let's try and beat the brakes off them. Because, again, I want Tua to beat the New England Patriots as we get a stop on Harris, which is a pretty good stop for our defense. Again, hopefully he doesn't just sub out of the game due to fatigue, because usually it is the running backs who are most prone to it. As Jerome Baker with a nice stop on Harris. Again, good for you, Jerome, as we force the 3rd and 9. Let's force a 3rd and out for Mac Jones and the Patriots. Let's see what we can do out of here. We're going to use your Brandon Jones, or not Brandon Jones, sorry. We're going to use your Jerome Baker over the middle. They run a play action play. He throws it up, but Mac Jones straight up misses. I believe that is Kendrick Bourne over there, or it might have been Jacoby Myers. Either way, he missed him by a mile, and we forced the 3-0 off of a missed throw by Mac Jones, which is what you love to see. You absolutely love to see it. River Craycraft with the return. Let's see what he can do. Jukes back inside and gets clobbered. Love to see it as you force a 3-0 on Mac Jones. Tua Tagovailoa, your quarterback one for your Miami Dolphins, running onto the field. 3,900 yards, 36 touchdowns, and 14 interceptions. So actually a little bit of a worse year, but again, he's just been balling for himself. Just a couple bad interceptions, a couple ones were the game, a couple ones were me, so no worries there. We'll start off with the run with Chase Edmonds. Let's see if we can get some blocks here and get some extra yards getting to the 2nd level. Good blocks by our offensive line. Mike Gesicki gets out for a block. You love to see Mike Gesicki getting out for a block as Edmonds tries to bowl him over, and he does a little bit as the first rush goes for 32 yards on the New England Patriots. Great run by Chase Edmonds. Let's go right back to it with Raheem Mostert to the left side, the guy who just got the new contract, so good for him, along with J.C. Treader in the middle. As Mike Gesicki can't get the block, Raheem Mostert tries to juke back inside, and he does just get back to the line of scrimmage as Mike Gesicki helps him up. Let's start to let this ball rip. Let's run the Z-spot play because that is the game plan goal. And let's see if we can get our guys involved in the pass game. As Waddle is open underneath, let's give him the ball, see what he can do after the catch. He jukes back in, and he actually gets forward for the 1st down with a catch for 11 yards. Great job there by Jalen Waddle. We will continue to use Tua Tagovailoa's arm, as let's see what he can do. Durham Smythe and Mike Gesicki on those out routes. Tyreek, I don't see anyone open. We're going to let Tua use his legs, and we're going to slide just before they can do anything because, again, don't want to fumble the ball or anything like that. Let's see what we can get going here with the pass. Let's run in this SE corner play. I'm actually going to substitute it to a run just because I don't see any linebackers, so hopefully we can get to that 2nd level like I talk about. Cut this back inside, and a good 1st down there for Chase Edmonds. 2 rushes for 37 yards. A great start for this Miami Dolphins team. Right back to the run with Raheem Mostert here. And I'm actually going to substitute this to a pass just because I don't love what this is looking like. So let's just see what if Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill can get open on these slants. And I actually like Raheem Mostert on the underneath route as he jukes forward for a couple extra yards. 2 for 2 for Tagovailoa and 15 yards. Let's run this pass play, empty slot under, where Chase Edmonds will motion out. And then I'm looking at Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. And to be honest, Mike Gesicki too on that little double move route. Let's see who can get open. 2nd and 6 from the 8-yard line. As Jalen Waddle looks to get separation underneath, and he almost gets to the ball, but it is an incompletion, as I did kind of force it there to Jalen Waddle, which I should not do. Let's run this bench switch play, as again, we don't need the touchdown per se, but to be honest, it's pretty much an end goal play. So let's see if Tyreek can get open on the out route, which he does with his blazing speed, and he cannot, as he does get the touchdown. I thought he wasn't going to get in, but he fights for the touchdown. Tyreek Hill from Tua Tagovailoa as the Miami Dolphins strike first in Hard Rock Stadium to go up 7-0. Beautiful catch there from Tyreek Hill, and here's where I thought he wasn't going to be able to get to the end zone, but he fights through Devin McCourty and gets the touchdown from Tua Tagovailoa, celebrated in the backfield. And as long as we make this extra point, we will go up 7-0 on the New England Patriots, as we will make the kick down the middle, and we go up 7-0. Running a cover 2 man here, we're going to use your Javon Holland over in the middle. Again, let's see if we can get our defensive line going with some sacks. Hopefully sack and take down Mac Jones as they go back to the run with Harris, and a good tackle there from Nick Needham. I was actually thinking about moving Eric Rowe to the slot, but I feel like Nick Needham's played a tad better recently. Like, he's played a tad better recently, so I don't want to take him out yet. But Eric Rowe is an option for that nickel corner spot just because he's played it before. And Xavier Howard intercepts Mac Jones, and I believe that might be 14 interceptions on the year, which might be a league high, because I'm pretty sure the league high for like a record is 13. I think Xavier was at 13, And I think he just got his 14th interception of the year on Mac Jones, on Nelson Aguilar. What a play by Xavier Howard, as that's what he did in real life to Mac Jones when he celebrated and got the pick 6. But that is a great play from Xavier Howard, who is having an extraordinary year with 14 interceptions. You love to see it. Going back to the ground with Raheem Mostert, he gets to the sideline, but it's a good tackle there from Kirksey. But again, that's a great play from Xavier Howard as he continues to be incredible for us. Let's give the ball right back to Chase Edmonds as he's had a ton of success. But yeah, again, loving Xavier, man. He's definitely worth the money, and I hope he can do something like this in real life. Chase Edmonds does not get the blocks he needs, so unfortunately that was stopped relatively quick. Let's go with this inside attack play. I actually really like it because it's a play that I feel like we ran last year in real life with Mike Gesicki on that over route, especially against the Giants. I just remember that route and Tua laying a dime to Mike Gesicki. As I see Jalen Waddle over the middle, and can he make the catch? Mike Gesicki can, and we get the first down as Jalen Waddle bobbled a little bit, but he tapped it right over to Mike Gesicki. I don't know why, but the craziest stuff happens in my games, and that's a very nice catch. But I am not running the ball here because they are super loading the box with a bunch of guys. So let's just run this slant play. Let's see who can get open. As I see R1 underneath, Durham Smythe gets his feet in and he gets up the field. As let's continue to put the pressure on, try and go up big on these New England Patriots, because again, that is what we want to do. I do like the run here a little bit with Connor Williams coming over to block and Tua Tagovailoa kind of faking the read option. Raheem Mostert gets the ball, but it's another good tackle from, I believe that's Kirksey. That's another great tackle for him, and that forces 3rd and 1. Let's see what we can do. Is they do want us to pass. Let's run this spacing play because we are on the 5-yard line, and I do like what it could bring. Let's see who can get open. People, can you find a break in the zone? Jalen Waddle is open, catch the ball, get up the field, and he cannot score the touchdown, but he does get it to the 1-yard line. As again, that's just a zone break type play, so if they were running zone, which they were, as you can see, that is a play where basically if they run a zone, your guys are just going to try and find a spot in the zone and try and get it. We're going to give the ball on a toss to Sony Michel here with all of our good blockers on the left side. Alkengo, go get me a block, and Sony Michel will just walk this in for the touchdown untouched, as now we will be going up 14-0 on New England, trying to crush them in this final game to secure the top seed, and not just our division, but the entire AFC. Tyquan Thornton did actually have a great return as a rookie, got it all the way out to the 31-yard line, using Jerome Baker here over the middle on the blitz. See if we can get up the middle to stop Harris. We can't, but unfortunately he does get 4 yards, and that will be 2nd and 6 now. Running the blitz, trying to keep the pressure on Mac Jones, see what he can do when he is under pressure. Using Channing Tindall on Harris if he goes on a route, as that does bring us actually to the end of the first quarter. I'm so locked into the game, I didn't even realize. As you can see, the end of the first quarter snap, so we will get right into the game. Let's I actually like the idea of dropping back into a zone, just because we haven't done that yet this game, so let's do that. Using Channing Tindall over the middle and hopefully get the stop and then send pressure on 3rd down. Using Channing Tindall over the middle, and he just goes behind the line of scrimmage to Hunter Henry, and it's a great tackle by Brandon Jones. Mac Jones 1 for 3 for 1 interception and no yards, as that makes it 3rd and 7, and we will send some heat on this play. Running the pinch O play here, as Emmanuel Ogbah looks like he's going to drop back. We're actually going to rush with him from the edge. Let's actually use her. Emmanuel Ogbah, see if he can get through with some pressures. We get pressure. Can Jerome Baker make the tackle on Harris? I don't know if he got the first down or not. It's 4th and inches. And let's see what the Patriots decide to do. And Bill Belichick decides to go conservative, as it looks like he will be punting back the ball. Hopefully it's not a fake, and it's not. So they are punting the ball on 4th and inches. I feel like in this new game of football, like recently, a lot of coaches would actually go for that. Let's see if River Craycraft can get to the edge, as he does get a couple extra yards on that run back. But I feel like that's a time where some teams, like especially down 14-0, they might go for it. It's one of those things where I guess a different coach would have a different thought, where it's like we don't want to go down by more, so they punt it. Or if you have those aggressive catches, they're like, oh, we're already down 14, we might as well go for it. As Liam Eichenberg, actually, I forgot to mention that, is actually starting at left tackle for us, and he will actually start the first couple playoff games because Teron Armstead is actually hurt. If you missed that in last episode, Teron Armstead was out for about 4 weeks. So he is actually out of the game and for the next couple games with that injury. So that's really unfortunate. But hopefully Eichenberg can do okay for this offensive line, becoming a little bit of a weak point. But again, that Treader extension and Treader being added by me in the game is a really big help. As Cedric Wilson is wide open underneath. Good block by Chase Edmonds on that. And Cedric Wilson is running down the field. Jukes back inside. And what a play by Cedric Wilson against the Patriots. Great play by number 11. The new number 11, not Devontae Parker. It's Cedric Wilson season, baby, in that number 11 jersey for the Miami Dolphins. And he played great. 1 reception for 49 yards. A bunch of that after the catch. Good block there by Connor Williams. And another good run by Chase Edmonds, who looks good on the ground right now. We'll go right back to him on 2nd and 4. But yeah, again, new 11 on the team. Love Cedric Wilson. He should be so good for us in real life, so I'm really excited to see that. Chase Edmonds cuts it back, gets a bunch of yards after the line of scrimmages. He has 6 rushes for 58 yards now and brings us to 1st and goal on the 3-yard line. Let's give Tua Tagovailoa the chance to throw the ball here. We'll have Cedric Wilson motion in and see if we can take that defender away. And it does look like it is man-to-man, as he did follow him inside. And Myles Gaskin is open underneath. Good catch by Myles Gaskin as he scores his first touchdown of the year against the New England Patriots. And we go up 21-0 in the 2nd quarter. We are laying the beating on the New England Patriots, man. They are getting smoked right now. Again, we just have to hold the lead, not let them come back. But again, we are smoking them right now, up 21-0. Running this cover 1 contain play. I don't really know why we are containing, just because it is Mac Jones, but it is something we are doing. Xavier can make the interception on Nelson Aguilar, but it is Javon Holland with the tackle, as Mac Jones is 3 for 5 for 23 yards and an interception. They will probably be having to throw the ball to try and get back into this game. Let's continue to send the heat. Xavier's X factor is lit up, which is obviously nice to see. Let's see if we can get pressure with Jerome Baker here, trying to get the pressure on Mac Jones, make his life difficult, because it's been pretty difficult already and we want to keep it difficult. Jerome Baker trying to get to the quarterback, but it's a good throw by Mac Jones, and Xavier Howard with a nice tackle. Now he is 4 for 6 for 40 yards and an interception, so not doing too bad other than the interception. Jacoby Myers with his first catch of the game. Going to be using Javon Holland on Harris of the backfield. It doesn't look like he's too tired yet, which is a good sign going forward, because I was hoping in the playoff games that we weren't going to have to deal with that. As he throws it up, and that's a great route there on Byron Jones by Devontae Parker. Devontae Parker with great route running. I've never said that statement ever. So again, Byron Jones, you need to do better on that, as that is Devontae Parker's first catch of the game. As they go back to Harris, and Andrew Van Ginkel can't make the tackle, but it is Christian Wilkins, one of our premium defenders and one of our premium run stoppers in the entire league, makes the stop. As again, he broke out last year, basically. He had a breakout year last year for our defense, just being a premium run stopper. You love to see it. Eugene Trading Tyndall on Harris here. Let's see what he can do. He is going out on the flat. Xavier Howard goes for the interception, but unfortunately Nelson Aguilar does make the catch. I don't love Xavier Howard going for the interception, but he's just a playmaker, so I can't be mad at him for trying to make plays, as he usually tries to do that. As now his X factor is gone. We'll use your Javon Holland over the middle here, as they are in the I form with Jonnu Smith in the backfield. But it's another good stop by another one of our run defenders, Raekwon Davis, who has been awesome for us in real life and in the game especially. We did miss him a lot when he was injured, but he is back now, thankfully. Using Jerome Baker to drop back into this middle zone after this play. Never mind, let's step up and make the tackle. He has more rushes than yards. You'd love to see a 3rd and 11 for the New England Patriots, and this will bring us to the 2-minute warning. So they get a little bit of extra time to think about this play, which is rather important, man, because they need to come up with 6 points, or else this could be very bad, as we do get the ball heading into after halftime as well. Using Brandon Jones over the middle here, trying to make sure that they don't get this first down here. As you get a little bit of pressure, and Byron Jones makes the tackle on Devontae Parker, and they're just going to kick a field goal again. Maybe a place where a different type of coach would go for it, but Bill Belichick just wanting to put points on the board, as we do stay up 21-3, and we have 1 and 52 seconds, and after the kick, a little bit under that, to put up some more points on New England Patriots. River Craycraft with the return, and he has space up the field. A great return from River Craycraft to get all the way back to the 35-yard line. You love to see it from our return. Let's run a screenplay to Raheem Mostert with this first play. See if we can use his speed and his after the catch ability because of that speed. Let's see if this works, as he does get open. Give him the ball, and unfortunately he does not have that much space to work. I probably should have gone out of bounds, so that is my bad. We'll go right into the hurry up. Let's run this flood play. See if we can get Tyreek Hill open on that out route. As Tyreek Hill runs a nasty route, and he is wide open on the sideline. A great ball from Tua Tagovailoa, and he is 10 for 11 for 122 yards and 2 touchdowns already. Let's go back to this inside attack play as they're running the booth review. I'm just going to skip it because Tyreek Hill was definitely in bounds, as it is upheld. So that is, you love to see it. That is great to see. as we will run this clear out play, see if we can get Mike Gesicki down the field, blocking Chase Edmonds. Let's see if Mike Gesicki can get open. If not, we do have Cedric Wilson underneath, as we do have Cedric Wilson underneath, as Tua Tagovailoa actually got hit as he threw it. So good to come up with a throwaway. Honestly, that's fine with me, as they were blitzing there. And now we will run this play. Let's put Tyreek on a streak just to see if he can burn his corner, as the safety is helping over there, so we don't want to throw that. But we do have Jalen Waddle underneath as he comes back to the ball, and that's honestly a good play to make sure it's not an interception or anything like that. Tua Tagovailoa with 2 straight incompletions, which is a little bit unfortunate after his start to this game. But again, it's just 2 incompletions, so let's see if we can get back to it. Blocking Raheem Mostert in the backfield. Let's see, is that Jalen Waddle open down the field? Yes, it is. He makes the catch in stride, and then he gets out of bounds. What a throw from Tua Tagovailoa. Good catch from the second-year wide receiver for Jalen Waddle. We would go right back to the pass with a halfback angle. Actually, I kind of like the run here with Chase Edmonds. Give him a shot. Robert Hunt looking back to make sure that is what we want to do, as it is. Let's cut back with Chase Edmonds. We find a nice gap in the run. Let's actually chew the clock a little bit just to burn a little bit of time, because we don't want the Patriots to come back and score on us. We don't want them getting any more points during this half. As Jalen Waddle runs a nice route, but we are going to roll out with Tua Tagovailoa as he beats his man. Let's see if we can get Jalen Waddle as he does, and what a catch by Jalen Waddle. Gets all of his feet in a bunch of times, kind of showing off there. And again, a nice throw, great patience by Tua Tagovailoa, as you love to see. Let's go right back to the air. We want to pour down with Tua Tagovailoa. This is the issue with Madden here, as we get a flag, as I saw that because it wasn't letting me click it. I saw that coming. They were lined up with only 3 men rushing on the 2-yard line. That is the dumbest thing ever. How are you only lined up with 3 people on the goal when you're on the goal line, basically? Because it's the 2-minute warning and they're worried about the pass. Man, that's so dumb. I don't know why that was the case. I don't know why that would happen. And look at, they're giving us like medium pass. It's like, bro, we don't have that much space to work with. Like, Madden needs to do a better job with that. There's so many things they need to do a better job with, but that's just something that does stick out, as I see what we can do here with the pass. Chase Edmonds looks to have a lot of room in front of him, but unfortunately he only gets back to the line of scrimmage, so that's a little bit unfortunate there. Let's run this stick play, and let's run it now just because we're running out of a little bit of time. But again, time is not an issue, as we still have all 3 timeouts. Let's see if Jalen Waddle or Tyreek can get open. Tyreek is open over the middle of the field. Can he secure the catch? Gets his 2 feet in bounds. We are up 28-3 on the New England Patriots. Tyreek Hill's 2nd touchdown of the game, running the team celebration, and we are just clowning the New England Patriots, up 28-3, showing who is going to run the AFC and the AFC East. As again, it's upheld, so that's good. But again, I don't know why the game just doesn't like the Bills for me. Like, I feel like in all of my franchises, the Bills just don't do as well as they should, which again, they should be on par with us, if not better, because they are the Super Bowl favorites. So it's really weird that it's New England that's fighting for us for the division winner spot, but nothing I can do about that, because that's just the game. And again, we all know how many issues there are with that. As we are up 28-3, now will bring us to the end of this half. Oh my god, I guess I have to show that. I wasn't commenting, as you can see, I was just sitting still, because they ran one run play where they got like 12 yards, and they ran a pass play before that, Hail Mary, and they got like 2 yards. So it wasn't even worth showing. So I was just going to say like, oh, I was just going to skip to now and be like, oh, by the way, they didn't do anything, and there was nothing to show. But actually, they threw it up, and Devontae Parker came down with the ball, so I will show you that play, because obviously that's a big play for Devontae Parker as he makes the Hail Mary catch again. Doesn't really mean anything to the actual game because no points come out of it, but that is a big play, so I definitely want to show you that. We're just going to do right inside because we are going to start chewing clock now. There's no reason to not. And we're just going to defend the deep pass because, again, if they're gonna have any chance of getting back in this game, they're going to have to throw it deep. But again, we're just trying to lay a beating on the New England Patriots. We don't get the shutout because he got that field goal, but other than that field goal, we've been playing great on defense and on offense, so you love to see it. Let's get back onto the field on offense, and let's start running this clock out. No reason to even deal with this, man. They're just not on our level right now, clearly. And let's just continue to run all over them. Good block there by Connor Williams. Get to the outside, Chase Edmonds. Let's juke back inside. And another great run to start a half for Chase Edmonds. 8 rushes for 86 yards. As this will probably be his first 100-yard rushing game, which you love to see for the boy. Again, he's one of my favorite running backs now, especially on our team, just because he actually, if you go on Chase Edmonds' Twitter profile, the picture he's using right now, the Dolphins jersey swap, is actually me. Like, I designed the jersey swap, so it's super cool that he still has it up, especially considering, like, he's on the Dolphins now. He's been there for a bunch of practices and media day, so he could very well switch. He has tons of pictures with him and Dolphins gear and all that stuff. But he's still using my picture, so that's like super cool. Like, I'm super thankful. I'm super appreciative of him, as like that's super cool that an athlete is using my kind of picture. So again, very cool, and he's really one of my favorite running backs now on the team. As again, he was going to be anyway when we signed him. I was very excited, but that just kind of put the cherry on the top. Jalen Waddle has a bunch of space in front of him, and he will run forward for a bunch of yards as Tua Tagovailoa continues to put the beating on the New England Patriots. Jalen Waddle continuing to play very, very well. Let's give Raheem Mostert the shot here to the right side. See if Durham Smythe and Alec Ingold can get the blocks on the side. Alec Ingold, go get that block. Thank you. What a block by Alec Ingold, and we will walk in for the touchdown untouched with Raheem Mostert. Alec Ingold deserves all the credit there. He's doing all the dirty work on that play as we are up 35-3 already with 8 minutes left in the third quarter on the New England Patriots. This is just a beatdown as a team who seems to not be prepared to come in and try and win this game. This is awesome to see. I haven't been paying too much attention to the roster just because we have been just outplaying them. I really hope it's not just a bunch of their backups who are playing. Like on offense, their offense is still in. It's Devontae Parker, it's Mac Jones, it's Harris. So I do hope that it's not something where like, oh my god, we got a fumble on the return. Get up, Brandon Scarlett, as we do get the ball back again. What I'm saying is hopefully on defense, all their players are still in. I hope it's just not their backups because of the fatigue stuff. Even if it is, though, we are still crushing them, and this will probably go back to a booth review. As I am curious, I don't know what happened there. Was that on the ground? Was his knee or elbow touching the ground before he fumbled? I'm actually not sure. I would assume so. As yes, it is. So the New England Patriots will get the ball back on that play as they do. So we will be on defense now as we'll go back to the cover one. Going to user Jerome Baker over the middle in that green zone. As again, I swear to God, if they run the ball, it's going to be so funny because again, as they do run the ball, as I don't know why they are. Jalen Phillips with a nice stop as he's been incredible when healthy on this season. Injuries have always been an issue for Jalen Phillips. He's always struggled with injury. That's one of the reasons he fell to us in that draft. When he's healthy, man, he can be a terror on the field. As he continue to run the ball, as it seems like they just want to get out of this game as well, because it seems like they're just chewing clock basically and just trying to get out of this game because they just ran 2 run plays. It's like you got to get down the field and try and do something. But it's a division rival game where we crush them again. Helping over here with Javon Holland, and Mac Jones just throws it away. He just wants to get out of here. 8 for 12, 122 yards and an interception. And we force the punt again. They just want to get out of here now, up 35-3 on the New England Patriots. It's not even a good punt, and we're actually taking over from the 48-yard line, so we only have to move up half a field, man. This has just been a field day for your Miami Dolphins. We will just try and run out this clock again. Sony Michel getting a toucher, 3 rushes for 5 yards, and the tutty for Sony Michel. He has been great on the goal line. Let's keep going back to Chase Edmonds. I really want him to get to the century mark. Just for him, man, he's been great. He's been great as a complimentary back, and who knows what happens in the future. He could be a starter maybe, but we did just re-sign Raheem Mostert 3 years. But again, we can cut him. His deal is very kind of team-friendly in that way. Let's give the ball to, is Sony Michel here? Let's give the ball to Sony Michel in this short yardage situation. Let's use him here. As again, let's try and get this first down and continue to chew the clock as we have a big hole as Alec Ingold continues to be an incredible contributor for this Miami Dolphins offense. He has been awesome. Let's give the ball to Raheem Mostert on this counter play. And again, we're chewing clock here, just trying to end this game as soon as possible because this is a blow. As Mike Gesicki, go out and get me a block, please. Thank you, Mike Gesicki, as Mike Gesicki has had a couple blocks in this game as well. So great for him as he keeps on improving as a blocker. Let's continue to run the ball, but actually on this play, we're going to see if we can get Waddle open on that dig route just to continue that chemistry of Jalen Waddle and Tua Tagovailoa as we head into the playoffs. As Jalen Waddle burns him on the route, and he has yards in front of him, and this will be a walk-in touchdown as Jalen Waddle airplanes into the end zone. We're trying to celebrate as it will be 42-3 for your Miami Dolphins on the New England Patriots. We are blowing them out of the water, and I think we're going to start putting some backups in. So we are at the kickoff, and we are about to kick the ball back to the New England Patriots, but I do want to show you who we are putting in. Teddy Bridgewater, you can start at quarterback now. We'll give Salvin Ahmed now the ball in this game and Myles Gaskin. Because we do want to keep them involved, we're just giving the backups a chance. Wide receiver-wise, honestly, there's no reason to keep these guys in. Let's give some other guys the chance. So Lynn Bowden, get in there. Eric Ezukama, get in there. Trent Sherfield, get in there. Let's give you guys the opportunity to play wide receiver. We'll keep Durham Smythe there, and we'll put Hunter Long as the starter. Thank you. Eichenberg's already the backup there. Offensive line can stay in because usually they just don't get injured. Left end-wise, we'll give Adam Butler the play. Actually, I do want to keep Emmanuel Ogbah in just because he is going for numbers. I want him to get a couple more sacks. Wilkins, though, can sit. We'll put Adam Butler in there. Defensive tackle-wise, let's give John Jenkins the shot. He's been a wily veteran, so he can get some starts. Brendan Scarlett, you can get in for Van Ginkel. Let's see what you can do. Jerome Baker will keep into the game. At right outside linebacker, I'm going to keep Phillips just because, again, he needs that gameplay. Cornerbacks-wise, we're going to keep... Actually, no, we're going to give some other guys a chance. We'll give Keon Crossen a shot, and we will give Quincy Wilson a shot here at cornerback. At free safety, let's get Verone McKinley involved, and a strong safety, let's get Eric Rowe involved as well. For the third down back, again, we're going to go with Gaskin here and Salvin Ahmed. Power back, let's give Ahmed the shot as the power back, and then we'll get Gaskin in there as well, just as the backup power halfback. Again, slot-wise, we'll go with Lynn Bowden, and then we'll go with Eric Ezukama, just because we want to get these backups into the game. As again, it's just a blowout, so we might as well get these guys some snaps, especially just because it is also the last game of the season. So we might as well. We'll keep the edge rushers the same. We'll keep the rush defensive tackle the same. Actually, no, let's give it to Adam Butler and John Jenkins just to get them some touches. Sub linebacker-wise, we'll keep that the same. And slot cornerback-wise, we will keep that the same as well because Nick Needham definitely needs to stay in this game and keep his reps up because he hasn't been great. He hasn't been bad. He's been kind of bad in some games, but again, we do want to keep him involved. So that will be the team going into the rest of this game, up 42-3. Don't want anyone important getting injured. So that is the depth chart for this next few minutes for the last bit of this game. Mac Jones still in the game, as he might put up a little bit more points just because it is our backups in the game, but it's honestly okay. I don't mind if he puts up stats now because we've shown that this is going to be bad, as now you see the effect of having a little bit of worse caliber players in the game. But again, no worries for me, as let's send some heat on Mac Jones, and let's use Verone McKinley, a great player, a guy who I think is going to make the roster as a UDFA. One of Javon Holland's best friends, if not his best friend. A good tackle there by number 36. I believe that is Quincy Wilson getting involved as a cornerback. You love to see the depth guys getting involved. Let's see what type of plays they can make. Going to use your Jerome Baker here over the middle, as they do go right back to Harris, and we're still getting stops on the run. Jerome Baker just continues to be a wrecking ball as a middle linebacker. We're just going to draw back into some dime coverage for this 3rd and 4. As again, hopefully they continue to chew this clock because again, we just kind of want to get out of this game. Using Jerome Baker, Harris, as he runs a nice route to get open, but Jerome Baker does make the tackle before the first down, as Harris kind of ran back a little bit, and that makes it 4th and inches, and they're punting the ball. They're not even going for it. Man, this is such pussy football from the New England Patriots. They're not even going for it on 4th and inches from the 47-yard line, down 1,000,000 points. Giving the ball to Salvin Ahmed on this play with Hunter Long blocking again with all these backups in on the field. As Al Gingle continues to get blocks, Connor Williams get up the block. I know that we have backups in, but you can still try and get a block there. So he was just kind of running along with him, kind of just toying with his defense. We'll give the ball. Let's see what Teddy Bridgewater can do and what Eric Ezukama can do. Let's see what they can do with the ball in their hands. A right-handed quarterback into the game with the backups. Let's see what they can do with the passing game. Eric Ezukama looks open. Good ball from Teddy. Eric Ezukama cannot hold on to it, and unfortunately that is an interception on Teddy Bridgewater's first throw. But honestly, that's not even Teddy's fault. That hit our receiver in the hand, so I can't even be mad at Teddy. So unfortunately, the New England Patriots do come back onto the field for offense, but again, it's whatever. Using Channing Tindall, as we will hit. What a tackle by Channing Tindall on Harris, as again, he barely has more yards than rushes. A great tackle there from the rookie, as again, he's been awesome as our starting linebacker. He took over for Atlanta Roberts, and he has just run with it since getting that start. As you can see, those are the stats by the end of the 3rd quarter. Just a beat down on this New England Patriots team, as again, we do have a bunch of backups on the field. As well, let's just run this man 3 deep and see what they do. We'll actually press our corners and see what they do. If they run the ball, they might actually get some yards, but they don't. So let's try and cover, as they do get a couple yards. And Quincy Wilson makes another play as a cornerback. He's been playing very good since he's been in this game. Something to look at there. It's only a 71 overall, but he has been all around the football. So that's good for him. Using Eric Rowe over the middle. As our guys are clamping. Our guys are absolutely clamping up. And there is Emmanuel Ogbah with another sack. I wonder if he's hit 10 on the season. But again, another sack from Emmanuel Ogbah. And that forces another punt from the New England Patriots, as again, keep the clock running. And Emmanuel Ogbah continues to be our 2nd best defender, and on a lot of teams he'd be their best defender, at least for via his play on the field. Maybe not his stats, but you guys can see the play on the field. He would be the best player for a bunch of defenses, but again, it's Xavier Howard just doing some literally some all-time stuff. So there's nothing that you can really ask more. Let's actually run this ball to the left behind James Smythe with Salvin Ahmed. go get those blocks, guys, as Salvon Ahmed continues to do well. He is an upcoming free agent, so he definitely wants to make use of what he can do with this little playing time. Show other teams and show us what he can do with the ball in his hands, if he's worth bringing back. Maybe another team wants to take a shot at him, so definitely something for him to do here to try and run the ball. As unfortunately, he cannot get up the gap. He has 3 rushes for 6 yards so far, and that will force 3rd and 3. Let's let Teddy Bridgewater let the ball rip here a little bit and see what he can do. Looking at Lynn Bowden, Durham Smythe, and Ezukama here. Ezukama with a nice route by Eric Ezukama, and he makes the catch. I believe that might be his first catch of his career. I'm not too sure, to be honest. And I think that's his first catch as a rookie, but I can't be sure. He might have had a catch before. I'm just forgetting about it, but definitely one of his first catches of his career, so that's great to see from Teddy Bridgewater. Salvon Ahmed getting the ball on this power play. Let's see if Ingle can continue to do well as a fullback as the clock continues to drip down. As a great block there from Alec Ingle, but unfortunately Robert Hunt couldn't get over there. Ahmed only has 5 rushes for 10 yards, which is a little bit unfortunate. Giving the ball back to Teddy Bridgewater in the open field. Let's see what he can do. Again, you're going to put Ezukama on a slant here just to see what he can do and see if Lynn Bowden can get open down the field as he can't. Let's give the ball to Ezukama on the slant. Can he get to the ball? Unfortunately, it's a little bit inaccurate from Teddy Bridgewater, which is okay, as that brings up 4th and 6 on the incompletion. We will just punt the ball back. As again, we're going to do a sky kick here, and not too hard because we want to keep it in bounds. As let's see what we can do. Is it's a sky kick, it's a soft sky kick, and it only goes like 30 yards. But again, it's whatever, man. At this point, I don't really care too much about our quality of play. Just trying to have some fun, see what our backups can do on the field. Again, really liking the play from Quincy Wilson, so let's see if he can continue to keep that up as Mac Jones does have the ball back. Running the halfback drop play action play, using Channing Tindall over the middle. As he did have a guy open, but he missed him. Devontae Parker calling for the ball, even though he's completely covered. Let's see if we can get a tackle as Mac Jones gets drilled. He gets absolutely drilled as he's complaining for a call because he did get drilled, but he did just throw the ball away, which again is kind of tough. Throws the ball away just to get drilled, so good play there by our defense as they do drill Mac Jones. Channing Tindall using him over the middle here, seeing what Mac Jones can do underneath. He does have a guy open on the slant, but he didn't wait long enough. And Harris just lets the ball bounce off of his back. So that's really unfortunate. Let's run this safety blitz. See what Eric Rowe can do, as he's had a couple sacks on the year. Using Verone McKinley III over the top, over the middle on Mac Jones on this 3rd and 10. As he throws a nice ball actually to, I believe that's Jacoby Myers, and he breaks the tackle. And he might be gone. Never mind. Verone McKinley, the general, with a nice tackle. You love to see it, as again, that's a very good tackle by the general. Love that nickname, as that was Jacoby Myers. But again, that's a great nickname for a safety, and great to have another ball hawk type player on the team, even if he is a depth piece. You love to see it as Mac Jones just continues to throw it away, as he is 12 for 20 for 193 yards and an interception. Let's see what we can do here running this dime cover 2-man play. And again, they are continuing to not waste clock, but please just let us get out of this game. There's no reason for us to still be here. Just start running the ball or start making some catches in bounds, as he does get Devin Harris open. And a nice hit stick by Eric Rowe on Harris, as again, great play by him. 1st and 10. Cover 1 nickel over the top. Jerome Baker in that green zone. Going to use him over the middle, as they are in that strong type of formation here with Mac Jones. As now they are chewing clock, and now their backup is finally in the game as Jalen Phillips gets hurt. That is the thing you wanted to see the least. Hopefully it's nothing too serious, but he did have to take a knee, so that's really unfortunate, as we are already without Teron Armstead. So if we get a bye and then we lose on our first playoff game, that'd be horrible as the leading team in the AFC. But if we have 2 injuries, that is Jalen Phillips and Teron Armstead, those are 2 massive injuries that we can't afford to deal with. So again, hopefully he is okay, as Melvin Ingram is into the game for Jalen Phillips, as they do get a false start. Please be okay, Jalen Phillips. That would be his 2nd injury of the year if it's actually long term. So again, hopefully he is okay, as thank God it is just a strain to his abdomen. So we will just keep Melvin Ingram for the rest of this game, basically, because we do not want him to get hurt. We'll see what the vet can do, as Channing Tindall will be on Harris, and we'll use him in this pass, assuming they pass it on 3rd and 7. Who knows with this game, as he is actually open, but he decides to throw it way too late, and that doesn't let him get the 1st down. So they will either kick the field goal or go for it. Finally, with only 4 minutes left, they actually decide to go for it. Finally, I don't know why they weren't doing that before when they were only down 35-3. I guess that one touchdown made a really big difference. Channing Tindall tries to make the stop. Adam Butler does make the stop. Was that before the 1st down? Never mind. They do get the 1st down on that play. Good for you, Mac Jones. Round of applause for you, buddy. You get your first and goal of the game. Gonna use your Channing Tindall, see if we can sack him. as we do get pressure with Shane Tyndall, but he does finally throw his first touchdown to Jacoby Myers again. Great job for you, Mac Jones. Great job, as it will be 42-10 instead of 42-3. Good for you. As again, we get the ball back. We're just going to run the ball out and run the clock out, and that will be the end of this regular season, man. It's crazy to think about that, because it feels like it was just yesterday that I started this series. It feels like it was just yesterday that I uploaded the first video, the video called The Beginning. I don't know what's happened, man. We're already on the last regular season game. It feels crazy to say that. I'm not going to lie to you. It feels very crazy to say that. I'm so thankful for all the growth I've seen. I'm so thankful for all of you guys who subscribe. 24 now of you guys. Again, I love to see that number. It's so cool. Like, I'm so taken, like, at 24, I'm so appreciative of that. I'm genuinely so appreciative of that. And again, hopefully we continue to grow as Myles Gaskin continues to run the ball. 1 rush for 4 yards for him. But he is under contract, I believe, so no worries for him as we will continue to run the true clock, giving Salvin Ahmed a chance. As that's actually run a pass play here just because they are loading up the Bucs like crazy. So let's run a pass play here, the stick play. Lynn Bowden gets open underneath. Let's see if he can break a tackle. No, he can't, but he does get the first down. And that play will bring us to the 2-minute warning, which again, doesn't really mean anything here. It's not a close game or anything. Again, stops the clock, but after this, we're just going to continue to run this ball on the New England Patriots and run the clock out with Teddy Bridgewater, Salvin Ahmed, and Myles Gaskin. Again, our offensive line playing great. Our whole team playing awesome. Salvin Ahmed finally gets a block, and he runs up the field, 6 rushes for 16 yards. So a little bit lackluster for him, but again, he didn't really get the opportunity that he deserves, and he is playing with a bunch of backups. So just being fair to him as we give the ball right back to him. And he gets a block from Hunter Long, and he has a bunch of yards to go. Jukes back inside. Nice juke from Salvin Ahmed, who, by the way, actually went off in real life. I believe it was a couple years ago now against the New England Patriots. He had a breakout game there, which really kept him on the roster and really kept him involved. So that's really good for him, and we will just wait this clock to go down below 40 seconds, and then that will be the last play of this game as he gets a bunch of good blocks, and he has yards to go, and a great run there. And that's a great way to end the year. Salvin Ahmed has 8 rushes for 55 yards now, and that will be the last play of the year as we will just sit back and let this 8 seconds drop down. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. This is the end of the video, but again, I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching. That is the last second of the regular season for this Miami Dolphins roster and for this Miami Dolphins team. Again, so thankful for you guys, and it was an awesome time, honestly. Other than that Derrick Henry game where he just got substituted out, other than a bunch of other things, it was really fun to play this. And again, we could have lost a couple more games, honestly. I believe we do go 14-3 now on the 17-game we were close to going 12-5 or even 11-6 in this year, so close to doing that. But honestly, thankfully, we pulled out a couple of those close games. Here, it was not even close. 193 rushing yards to 23 rushing yards, 80% completion percentage, same amount of interceptions, but that was from Teddy Bridgewater, obviously. But great game as Tua Tagovailoa is the last one into the tunnel, thanking all the fans for this season, telling everyone to cheer. Is again an awesome way to end the season with a winning record for the 3rd straight year. Tua Tagovailoa, 16 for 19, 230 yards, 4 touchdowns, no picks. Great game for him. Teddy Bridgewater only 2 completions, but only 4 attempts to be fair, but no touchdowns and an interception. Mac Jones, 16 for 24, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. Not good enough. Rushing, Chase Edmonds with 90 yards. I didn't get him to the century mark. Oh my god, I completely forgot about that. But again, a great game for him, averaging 10 yards per carry. Salvin Ahmed was actually the 2nd leading rusher in front of Raheem Mostert. He got 1 more carry, but he just did way better in garbage time. Raheem Mostert having a touchdown, Sony Michel with a touchdown. We clamped up Damian Harris. Tua Tagovailoa had 1 rush for 70 yards, and Myles Gaskin had that 1 rush for 4 yards. Receiving-wise, it is Jalen Waddle with 120 yards and a touchdown. Jacoby Myers having a good game of his own right, 77 yards and a touchdown. Devontae Parker only had 56 yards. One of them was on that Hail Mary. That didn't really matter. Cedric Wilson only had that 1 catch, but it was for 49 yards, so that's really good to see for him. Nelson Aguilar seemed to get the ball thrown to him a lot, but only had 2 receptions. Tyreek Hill with 3 receptions, 32 yards, and 2 touchdowns. He's a red zone machine. Damian Harris did fine out of the backfield. As Eric Ezukanma, again, I think that might be one of his first catches, but he has been pretty good as a rookie when he's been involved. But again, nothing really much to say there. Hunter Henry not doing much, and Mike Gesicki not doing too much in this game. Defensively here, let's see what we have for sacks. Emmanuel Ogbah with the only sack of the game as he continues his process. Christian Kirksey with that interception from Teddy Bridgewater. Unfortunately, it did hit Eric Ezukanma's hands first, but nothing there. Why is it showing Eric Ezukanma on defense, man? This game is completely horrible. Hate that. Xavier Howard continues his massive season, and kicking wise, nothing much to see. Jason Sanders only had extra points, 6 for 6 on extra points, and that'll bring us to the end of the game and the end of the season. That is pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.